What's up, DJ fan? Welcome to another video on the channel. Welcome to another episode of Start to Spin. My name is Diego, also known as DJ Pretty Boy, alongside my boy Shay, also known as DJ Shay. And together we started this journey to talk about DJ related content, such as tips and tricks, our experiences, our knowledge, and just share it with you guys. So whether you are a seasoned DJ or a new DJ just getting started, this is the spot to be. And with that being said, let's go ahead and roll this intro.
Yes, sir.
We're back at it again with another episode of Start to Spin. You guys already know how we do it. Today we have something very, very useful, I think. It's collaborating or dealing with event planners. I know that there's not a lot of people actually talk about this part of the DJ business, but it comes more often than not. Especially when you do weddings, quinces, or any big event, it always has a wedding planner, day of coordinator, or whatever. So we wanted to just bring some our thoughts, our knowledge in regards to how how to deal with them, how do we deal with them, and like what you get out of this, because at the end of the day, in every single event you learn something new, and every event planner does things differently. And if you are able to provide the service, they will help you getting more gigs, just by the simple fact that if they really like you, you are like quote unquote on their like preferred list, whatever you call it. And it's gonna give you more events. So that's what we're gonna talk about here in the show. But first of all, let's just take a moment to understand what a wedding planner or an event planner does. So usually they are like the masterminds of all events, because you want it to be successful. So you need that person, the point of contact, the person that talks to every single vendor, is there. It's the first person to be there, setting up everything, making sure that the food is right, the people are on time.
We're always first, bro. We're always first, man.
Well, you know what? I've never been to a event where the wedding planner is not there. So
I've been there before the wedding planner.
oh, then you way too early.
That's why I'm like, I'm the first one there and the last one to leave.
Oh, okay. Well, sometimes they're before you, or you're there before them. But at the end of the day, they're there to maneuver everything for you and the couple, to make it easy for them, make it easy for you, for yourself, and all of that. Now, you could get some event planners, wedding planners, that instead of helping, become a problem. But like you will definitely get in. We'll get into that, because it has happened, and I got some knowledge on that. But regardless of that, their key responsibilities is, like I said, to handle like logistics, but they budget management, they do that too. The vendor coordinator. So usually, I don't know with you, Shay, but when I've worked with event planners, at the end of the day, they usually the one that pays me like the leftover money. I know that some DJs charge way before, like full payment needs to be like 3 months before the event.
Right.
I don't do that. You can pay me the day before or the day off. I don't care. It's fine. As long as I have the deposit, that's all that matters to me. I've never had a problem with someone not paying me. So thank God with that. I have, not on a wedding, but I have like on a regular party where they took a day and a half to pay me. But it's fine. I kind of like trusted them, so it was fine. But anyways, I'm getting out of the subject. And they pretty much just run client communications. They are the ones that are keeping everyone in touch with everything that's going on before, during, and after the event. And why do they matter? Well, aside of what I just said and all the things that they do before, prior to the event, during the event, and after the event, they have already like established network. And if you fall into the category that they like, you are gonna be part of that network. And that's basically that's our goal. That's what we want to do. We want to be in their network, in their minds, so we can get referred, because more often than not they are having like events after events after events after events. We don't get that much like events like back to back, but they do, and they can keep you in mind because of the way you worked with the event planner. So let's go ahead and just talk about it. Shay, let me know what you think, what you got, and then I'll go.
Yeah, that was a good overview. This topic came up for me because I'm kind of starting from scratch in terms of getting gigs and getting my name out there. And while I was starting to network and stuff, I had actually a couple of event planners reached out to me, like, to find out about my prices and stuff for like a specific wedding that they had upcoming. So I was like, oh, this is great, because I haven't gotten any other like leads really from clients directly, but it was like through the event planners themselves. So like, I obviously give them the same information, but then I started thinking about, like, are there ways that we could get event planners, like, even in that initial, they're trying to find somebody. How can you kind of stand out as a vendor to an event planner? Because that's the first step, like getting the gig where the event planner is. So I had experiences before, and it was just mainly like being I was, I'm always on top of the communication. Like, I'm actually, like, in my experience, I've been more like better about responding to things than like event planners are. So I just, I do that so that they know I'm like reliable. I give them links to everything that I have. But it got me thinking, like, about how people are getting on these preferred vendors lists and stuff like that. And I haven't ever personally done this, or no event planner has asked me for like money or anything. But I started hearing on some of like the other podcasts and stuff on YouTube that, like, some event planners or like venues, they'll have preferred lists where basically the DJs give the venue or the event planner like a cut of the money that they get booked for. So then that's how you like kind of end up and stay on their preferred vendor lists. So I mean, I haven't had anyone, like we said, not explicitly do that, but I wanted to, that was one of the things I was thinking. I'm like, oh, like, are these people, like, maybe are they expecting some kind of like kickback, and will that make them want to book me more? So far I haven't heard anything from the event planners about booking this wedding, but that's why I thought of this topic, and
That's
we'll
because
see.
you
Like,
haven't paid yet.
maybe their next email to me will be, all right, yeah, this all looks great, so can you give us a 10% of your of your profit or something? I don't know.
Yeah. So, well, based on that, I personally I've never had to pay a wedding planner or a planner whatsoever for any event. Usually, the ones that have been referred from a planner, it's been like, yo, Diego, I've remember me, I've worked with you before in this event, and you did amazing. Can you please let me know how much would it be for this? Or sometimes they even tell you, okay, my client has this budget. What can you do with this budget? So instead of
That's the best thing.
exactly. So instead of me getting what are your packages, and can you do a discount, whatever? No, they tell me, hey, can you? This is the budget that we have. What can you do?
That's
And then
good.
I'm like, yeah, I definitely want you guys because I know how you guys do it, and I loved it, and I'm not blowing on my own horn. It's just basically literally what have been said. So I'm not gonna lie or like throw fireworks at myself. But that's what it
That's
was
what,
said.
that's what people say about you.
That's what it was said. And then I was like, well, look, based on what you're saying, then I decide whether, look, this is the packages that I have, but it's because it's you, and like you're referring me. Let me hook you up and give it to you for that price. Let me give you the gold package for that price. So like, maybe if I
Yeah.
really want to do the event or so.
Yeah.
So and then me doing that just helps me to stay in her contacts.
Yeah. She's like, oh, this guy's reasonable. He's
Yeah,
easy to work with.
exactly. And then she's gonna start telling me to do like quinces or like small birthday parties. So that's another thing. If I get a person, a event planner, wedding planner, whatever, if I get one of these people to call me, hey, can you do a baby shower? You're not gonna get a lot of money in a baby shower, but I'm like, sure, I'll do it. And oh, okay, so he's willing to do any type of events, and then I'll just start tackling all the little events until I build up. Because two things happens here. One, the more events I do with this event planner that I work with her, or whatever, it keeps me on her mind, and I get exposure to different people. And
Yeah.
from there, other people are gonna start, calling me and whatever. So it's a win-win for me, even though it might not be a lot of money to do a graduation party or a baby shower or like a birthday party. At the end of the day, I I still make some money. Now I'm not sitting in my house. I'm still make some money and I get exposure in
Hmm.
both ways. The wedding planner, the planner. I keep saying wedding planner, the planner, and like the clients that I work for.
Yeah.
So what better way to get your name out there by exposing yourself DJing for them, and the more reliable you become to the planners, the more they're gonna keep you in mind.
Yeah, and two things from that. I mean, one is, you say small events, but when there usually when there's an event planner involved, by default, it's gonna be like a bigger event. Like whether it's a quince or like a bigger baby shower or something like when people aren't usually hiring an event planner for like a house party or like a backyard party.
Yeah,
So it's
yeah,
like just by having that network with the event planner, the likelihood is you're going to get those bigger events and bigger ticket events. And
yeah.
yeah, then and number yeah, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, well, the reason why I mentioned like small parties, like birthday parties and like graduations, baby showers, and all of that, is because since you're already in the planner's mind, she has family, and they're like, "Yo, we need a DJ for our baby." Hey, I know the guy.
Yeah,
Call him. Something like that.
they just know you.
Obviously, for the big events, then yes. Like I did a baby shower. I want to say like a year and a half ago, a year ago, and it was about like 100 and some people. I've never seen a baby shower that big
Yeah.
in my life, but they had a planner, a day of coordinator, and I spoke to her like a couple times, and like to me it was weird. And I'm like, well, why do you need a wedding day of coordinator or a planner for a baby shower?
Yeah,
Like usually you go there,
big
you
like that.
people dance, eat, and whatever, do games and whatever, right? But no, we went to the venue. The venue was a hotel, so the hotels are not that big. Like the place wasn't that big, but I just saw 12 tables, the rectangle 12 table. I'm like,
Oh
what?
shoot.
I was like, bro, and I told people, I was like, yo, this is a baby shower or a king? Can you go outside and check? Because
Yeah,
it was just
it was
crazy.
big.
Yeah, and then I saw just people coming in and coming and coming in. I was like, bro, I've never seen a baby shower this big. Like that
That's
was crazy. That was insane.
that's exposure too.
Yeah, it was a lot of exposure. At the end of the day, like I started giving like I don't I know there's DJs or people that at, at the end of the event they go literally themselves and start giving out get business cards, right?
Mm.
I don't do that. You
Yeah,
want it, you come and ask for it.
yeah.
That because if you come to me, it's because you liked it. I'm not forcing you to take one and then walking out, you're gonna throw it in the trash. If you're coming to me, it's because you liked it and you actually legitimate. You want my business cards because you're gonna call me eventually for another event.
Yeah.
So that's another thing. But to wrap it around, it's you are getting the exposure and you are staying in the in the wedding planner's head planner. Okay, when I say wedding planner, we already know it's a planner, a day of coordinator, whatever. It's just just stuck in my head, wedding planner.
Yeah, and the other thing I was going to say was, so that there's any event planners watching this now or in the future, then a good tip when dealing with a DJ or any other vendor is just have a budget in mind. If you're an event planner, you know what a acceptable budget is. So just give them a budget and say, hey, like my client is working with this budget. I'd really like to work with you. Is there any way you could make this work? If there's like, somebody, and that makes it so much easier on us, and also on you as the event planner, because you can really stick to the client's budget rather than reaching out to people and being like, oh, what's your budget? What's your budget? And then you can also just, you get the answer yes or no. I can't make that work, or not on that date or something. You get an answer fast too.
And that's another question I do have, because I did a wedding, and the wedding planner was from New York,
Oh wow.
so she wasn't from here.
Hmm.
So I don't, you know,
That's interesting because
you
how
know, like,
don't you need to have, if you're a local wedding planner, that's how you have all the connections and stuff. It's
exactly,
like if
yeah,
you're from New York, like all you can really do is that day of stuff,
yeah.
like
I don't know. I don't know how she got hired for the event. I
yeah,
mean, she did good though. She did good. But I'm just saying, like, you're from New York, like coming all over here
yeah.
was really worth it. I don't know. It's just weird how that would work, because you gotta come here. You have to be here for the wedding no rehearsal, the wedding rehearsal, and then you have to show up again for, like, you literally have to get a hotel.
Yeah, get a hotel.
Like,
Unless it feels like a family friend or somebody. Like, it doesn't make sense for wedding planners because, like, like I said, the big part of being a wedding planner is the vendors and you can recommend people
mhm.
and stuff like that. Like anyone
Yes,
can do.
she didn't know.
Like,
No, she didn't know anybody.
yeah, that's weird.
Yeah, it was weird.
Everyone can do like the day of, like, that doesn't take that much. Like, oh, this person does the day of really well. It's all that work you leading up to that, all the planning, all the detailing, all that stuff. That's like the most, I would say, for wedding planners.
Yeah.
Same thing as DJs, like we do. There's so much work before than the day of. Like if you planned it well, then everything will go smoothly.
So how do you deal with, like, a let's say on a wedding? How do you go up to the wedding planner? Do you trying to find out who it is? Have you previously talked to her? Like,
Yeah.
how does your
So
process?
usually, usually I set when I talk to the couples and we're planning for a wedding specifically. I don't do this for like regular events, but I'll
Mhm.
tell her like, oh, and if you guys have a wedding planner, like please share my contact information with her, so that they can reach me directly. And then usually they'll say, oh yeah, we have one, we don't, blah blah blah. And then as we get closer, usually I'll hear the good planners. I'll hear from them. They'll email me or they'll try to reach out. Hey, I'm the wedding planner, just wanted to like have a quick meeting. They try to have quick meetings with all the vendors.
Mhm.
So good planners will do that, but there's some planners that don't do that. And so then I'll sometimes just remind the bride and groom, hey, like if you want to send me the wedding planner's information, I'll reach out and just make sure that we're on the same page, because the point of having a wedding planner is I don't have to keep bothering the bride and groom. That's what they're paying
Yes.
for. So I'm like, I don't want to keep emailing the bride and groom when I can talk to the wedding planner. So yeah, basically, ideally I'll have talked to them before, and then when I get there, like you said, I mean, they're usually there early too. This is just like we are. So I'll go and make sure I introduce myself, and then like they're the quarterback. They're the boss when it comes to it. And
Yeah.
I give them that too. I don't argue with them that much. Like if it's like, hey, this is the vision they had, and this is coming from the wedding planner, then I'm cool with that. So I'll listen to them and like kind of let them be the leader of the day. And then yeah, I'll talk to them. And what's nice about having a wedding planner, like you said, you were saying about payments, but I've also found that when there's like tips, the wedding planners will like tell the couples ahead of time, like, oh, prepared like tip envelopes or whatever. So then I get my payments ahead of time, but I'll usually get a tip from the wedding planner. They'll come around and give tips to all the vendors and stuff, like at some point during the night.
Oh,
So that's a nice thing about having them. And yeah, I mean, in general, I know you said you had some. I haven't had any like horror stories with wedding planners.
mhm.
The worst one I dealt with was just like this one that she was just like so hands off. Like it was weird. Like like wedding planners, they're usually either like too type A, like all like super organized, or they're chill. But this one was like, oh yeah, sure, do whatever you want, do whatever you want. Like she would disappear, no one knew where she was and stuff. So that was like I had to take on like more of that role because she was so hands off. So it wasn't like bad like, experience like that, but that other than that, I've had generally like good experiences with the wedding planners and stuff like that. But what about you? You said you were saying you had some bad ones.
Yeah. Well, couple. So one, the I I got hired for the event for the wedding, and I didn't know. First of all, they didn't tell me on our conversation. I asked, "Do are you having a wedding planner?" They say no. So I'm like,
Mm,
okay. So I was like, all right. So if you say no, basically what I do is I send the wedding planning form that I created, where everything that happens at a wedding, it's there. You just tell me which one you want it to happen and in what order. You send it back to me, and then I'll create a timeline for you. So basically, I'm your wedding planner. So I get the contract. They signed it. I send them the information. I send them the information, and I'm not, I don't charge extra for it because I feel like it's just part of the job, and it's
yeah.
better if I do it than a wedding planner because then I have to deal with that wedding planner. So I'm like, all right, fine. So I send the stuff. They send it back. I create the timeline. I send them a text message and I'm like, hey, can we meet up? I want to make sure that we are on the same page in regards to the timeline and the times that I have put in here. And then they were like, sure, sure. So we meet up, we talked about it, we did the timeline and all of that. We're like, all right, we're set. A month before, I get a text message from them and like they got a wedding planner. And I'm like,
After all that,
yeah, after all that, okay, I was like, all right, fine. So I was like, all right, so just have her, reach out to me and let me know the timeline, like, because it's gonna change. And I was like, so disregard everything I did. We will go with what the wedding planner says. I've never heard from her. I
oh,
I contact the clients and I was like, hey, it's 2 weeks before, and I still have nothing. I have
mm,
nothing from her from that wedding planner. I don't even know who it is. Can you give me that information? So they gave me her email and
mm.
her website. So I went, I emailed her. This was like 2 weeks before. She replied to me a week before the event.
Oh, what?
Yeah. And then she was like, sorry, I was on vacation. I'm like,
Oh my god.
wait, can I have can I have the timeline? And she said, oh, I usually don't send them until like 3 days before.
What,
What?
dude? What the hell?
Yeah, and I was like, 3 days before, and she was like, yeah, I don't send them 3 days before. So you'll get it like Wednesday of the week off.
What
And
the
I'm
hell?
like, what the hell? Like, yeah, for real. I was like, what the hell?
Crazy,
I was like,
dude.
Whatever. I was like, okay, fine. Wednesday, nothing.
Oh my god.
So I hit her up on Thursday. I'm like, hey, I did not get the timeline. And then she was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I forgot. I'm gonna send it to you now. So I got it like 10 p.m. on Thursday.
Oh
So I only
god.
had like one day to like literally like see what it was going on. And one thing that I hate is when they send the timeline from like 6 in the morning on Friday. I
Yeah.
don't care. Why are you sending me that? Just send me from the ceremony to the end. That's all I care. I don't care the bride is getting home at like 8 in the morning and at 8:30 she's doing makeup. I don't care. That
Yeah.
doesn't help me at all. I just need to know what time I need to be there, what time I'm leaving, and what's going on throughout the day
Yeah.
because
Make
it will
sure
help
that,
me
yeah.
prepare.
Make sure what you had. Biggest thing is the client always had a conversation with you about, like what they're expecting for when things are going to be. But then that whatever the planner sends is kind of like the final thing. So what are the big changes between those two? Like you got to make sure you compare, and if there's not some big change that you didn't, that you weren't expecting.
Hey, Smiley.
Oh,
Yeah,
Smiley. Yeah, the
I
makeup time.
I
Bride's makeup.
I
Bride's
hate
mother's makeup.
I hate I got one of this one of these brides. I got like the timeline right from the wedding planner, and it said it was like 3 pages long. But the first page, it was mom getting makeup and hair done like 9:30. 10:30, bridesmaid. 10:45, another bridesmaid. And then
What
each
the-
one it's like time and
their
like
names.
what the hell? Like I don't care about this. Like it's annoying, but I guess they just send everything so
Yeah,
they
so everybody has the same thing. How was
then
that? How was that? How did the day of go with that person?
uh I saw her once
Oh, really? So,
while we were setting up, and I spoke to her, and I was like, "Hey, my name is Diego. I'm the DJ for tonight." And she was like, "Oh, okay. Nice to meet you. My name was uh, okay. I'm not gonna say her name. Don't remember. Anyways, but I'm really bad with names. But she was like, "Hey, yeah, my name is blah blah." Okay, I was like, "Okay, so we're gonna set up here." And then she was like, no, 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 you're gonna be in that corner over there." And I was like,
mhm.
"No." I was like, "No." I spoke to the client and I told him that I needed to be here. And then she was like, "Oh, okay, okay, that's fine. Be there." I'm like, "Thank you." So I just left. I didn't see her after that at all. Like I don't know
What
where
the-
she went. I didn't see her throughout the night.
Who did
So
they
literally,
find, dude? It must have been like a family
literally,
friend or something.
I don't know. Literally, like people and I had to like run like the whole thing based on the timeline that she gave us.
What the heck?
And sometimes they use like weird timings. I don't know
Like, what
why
do you mean?
they be putting like 5:55.
Oh yeah, 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 like
Just
that.
do 6 o'clock.
Yeah, yeah, they're being all like trying to. I don't know, man. It's just that's weird because sometimes, right? If it's like a day of, if it's a day of planner, then they might not be involved like ahead of time, before it. But then maybe you're gonna see them more on the day of. At least they're doing their job
I
day of.
I've seen introductions on the timeline. 30 minutes of introductions.
Oh
Who
yeah,
the hell takes that long?
they
No
always
one.
overestimate it.
Exactly. No one takes that long. Like it max 10 minutes.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
way too much.
Oh, let's
Uh,
see. Smiley put something here. We did a quinceañera last Saturday. We were told we were going to MC, and the coordinator was going to give us a USB with all the music needed. Day of, I asked for a USB, and the lady's using a phone. Uh-oh.
oh
You
hell no.
already know what's coming next, bro. Oh, I
Oh
have my chat. What the heck? Oh, you got to read it. My chat disappeared. Oh, there we go. Okay. She she had an iPhone, and I forgot my iPhone adapter for the aux.
hmm.
My friend ran home, got his, but the music kept pausing. Uh-oh. Streaming from Spotify. We walked off the stage like we weren't associated. LOL. People see us with her, they assume we work together. Yeah, dude, this always happens. Like when I have a same story. Like I thought I was almost saving them because it was like a mom and the groom were like, oh, we have a dance, and that wasn't on the timeline. So I'm like, literally, I don't have a song for this. I don't. You guys didn't tell me about this. So
Uh-huh.
the mom hands me her phone to play the song off of. I think I said this one. And then it was playing like off her email, and then her phone screen shut off. And then because it was playing from her email, the song shut off,
See,
and then the
that's one
phone was locked. So
that's one
you,
thing I don't
that's
do.
the
I tell them you have if there's a song that comes up, send it to me. Send it
yeah,
to me because my phone is unplugged. So it won't turn off when I'm playing music. Like anytime, if I play a recorder, on iPhones, when you play a recording thing, it
yeah,
turns
yeah.
off. It
It
turns
turns
off.
off.
Okay,
Yeah,
mine is set up to not turn off.
yeah,
So at
never.
any given time, it's gonna work. It's not gonna turn off. But it's
Yeah,
my phone. I know how to troubleshoot it. Getting somebody else's phone, especially if it's an Android, bro, I don't have
Android or whatever.
no idea what
But
it.
that's so like there's always this. But Smiley's saying it kept streaming from Spotify, so it kept pausing. But that's the thing, like it's your if it's coming from your speakers, people are gonna think it's you. Anything like any sound is gonna be
That's the
associated
point.
with you.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it is. If you accept this, it's your fault. At the end of
Yeah,
the day, they don't care that it wasn't literally your fault. You
yeah,
know,
that's great. But
it
what are you
just
supposed to do, right? He's saying he asked for the music and was told it was on a USB the whole time, and then they show up with a phone. Like, what are you supposed to do then on the day of? Like, all the music's on the phone. Like, you gotta how else can you do it last minute than playing it off the phone?
well, if it was Spotify, you can share it with you, and your phone has Spotify. Download Spotify. I don't know. Just try to be as the safest you
Yeah,
can because at the end of the day, it's not gonna. They're not gonna be like, oh, it's the mom that did that. Is the problem. You are the problem. Like is
Yeah.
coming out of your speakers. So you look bad. Even if you like he said, like they like walked off the stage or whatever, you're gonna come back in, and they're like, oh,
Yeah.
the DJ's fucked up. So
Yeah, I
and
don't know, because I mean, I guess what you could do is you could share, yeah, like you said, share the Spotify, but then share it to your laptop or you connect to the Wi-Fi or something. Like maybe she was connected to, like, why would it pause if maybe she was connected to the cellular and it was like bad signal in the venue or something?
yeah, I don't know, bro. To
Yeah,
be
I
honest,
guess you should. I guess the best thing to do would be like if they have a Spotify, if they have to play something off Spotify or like streaming or like YouTube, bro. If they play it off YouTube, you better make sure you have like an ad blocker or something, bro. The ad is
or at least you pay the YouTube Premium or whatever.
yeah, or just download it. Download it free YouTube, rip it because it's not even worth the risk. Like, yeah, it's illegal and shit, but whatever.
So the surprise dancer, she was stopping at certain points and starting at certain points next song. Oh
Oh,
wow!
so she was trying to like skip the parts and
Oh,
stuff,
no,
bro. That's so
no,
ghetto, dude.
no.
That's hell ghetto as hell, dude. Dude, that means she was like pausing it when it was done, and then she was like skipping the next song she'd play, and then skip to the part like 3:10 or whatever.
Wow, that's oh my god, that's horrible.
Oh, that is terrible, dude. He said
Yeah, that
wasn't,
was painful. So it was not
dude.
even a pre-made mix. Then and well, Smiley, did you ask them if they needed a like like a mix because at Kings they usually they do have a surprise dance.
Oh
Would
yeah,
you
the Kings
ask?
day too. No,
Yeah,
that's what maybe what we need to do is just make it a policy. Like, no, you can't bring a USB. You can't play it from a phone. Like, you have to email me the files the day before from the USB.
I mean, you should be if you want to bring a USB, bring a USB, but bring it to me like hours before the event starts, so I
Yeah, but
can.
that's what they were telling him that they were gonna bring a USB, and then they brought a phone. And what are you supposed to do?
Well,
Oh,
but overall, we came back and killed the dance floor. We got booked 3 parties from that day. Damn,
well, here's a
that's
good thing. The good thing is she was literally up there. People could see her like on her phone doing this, so they knew that this was this mom doing this bullshit, like this ghetto way of doing it. So at least they had that.
so. Let me. Okay, so now that he brought this up, it actually I was a guest in in a quince, and apparently the DJ never got the mix for the surprise dance. And when they were playing it from, I guess, the mom or the aunt's phone, they started dancing, and then like the phone blocked, like turned off.
Yeah, same thing.
The
Yeah,
music stopped, and then the DJ couldn't get it back on because it was blocked. So the MC, which is part of the DJ, he got on the microphone and he literally said, just so you guys know, this is not our fault. We never got the mix. And
what?
yeah, and we playing from the phone. So this is not our fault. It's the client's fault.
What?
That's exactly what he said.
I don't know about that, dude. What do you
And
think about that?
Pee Wee and I we just looked at each other like, what the hell? What?
Yeah,
That's
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 crazy.
crazy. You don't say that.
Yeah,
Just
because that just makes it sound like, oh, he's just trying to cut. Like, even though it's true, it's obvious. Everyone's like, he's just trying to cover his ass so he doesn't look bad. Like
yeah.
it's
And plus, he by him saying we never got the mix. So he was already expecting a mix. Why
yeah,
will you start? Why will you start an event if you don't have the mix? Like the most important part of a quince is the entrance, the daughter father dance, the surprise dance, and the valse, or whatever. The valse is not, but the surprise dance. That is what they practice for months, and you
bro,
know that there's gonna be a mix. Why are you starting the event without having the mix?
that's
That
crazy,
is
dude.
your fault.
And then he turns into like a lawyer. This isn't our fault. This is the client is at fault for this. Blah 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 blah.
That was the worst. A lot of people just like looking like in disbelief. Like,
Yeah,
why
yeah.
was he? Why
Wait,
would you say
the
that?
the funny thing is he's saying that so that to make himself look to make them look less bad. But by
Yeah,
saying it, he's making them
worse.
look way worse.
Yeah, it was way worse. Bro, I'm telling you, it
That's
was
just
crazy.
like dude, that's just like lack of common sense, you know? It's just like just stay quiet. It's better just to say nothing, you know, like or like just don't say anything, just go handle it. People will see that you're trying to do something and then like, you
Look,
know,
in my perspective, I would have apologized to everyone. I'm sorry we're having some technical difficulties. I will take the
right.
blame.
Yeah, just say something like
You
that. Yeah,
cannot blame
something
it on the
short.
client. You know what I'm saying? You don't blame it on the
Yeah, don't
client.
be like, this is not our fault. Yeah, just say something like, all right, ladies and gentlemen, please hold on for a minute or something like something brief like that, you know?
Yeah, we apologize. We're having some technical difficulties with the mix. Give us a few minutes, please.
Yeah.
Clap for the kids, or like the court of honor. They're doing a very good job. Blah, blah, blah.
That's the last thing to
That's,
do is
and that's
kind of
when that's when your MCing skills or the MC that you have jumps in, and like you gotta give the DJ time to like figure out what the problem is and how to avoid from stopping it again. So those are things that you just have to be like
have
prepared.
common sense about, like
Yeah.
well, let's see what Smiley said. Let's skip back. He said they asked if they even said they didn't need a pre-made mix. Damn. Yeah, that was bold. And he emailed a surprise mix dance to someone in Las Vegas last week and turned in another run USB today. Oh, damn, bro. He's doing the business, the side hustle, making mixes.
Yeah, he's getting the songs from what's it what where do you get it from? He gets everything from the website, the China
Oh,
website.
from
That's it.
from
Yeah,
Temu?
no, not Timu, the other
Oh,
one.
Alibaba? No, eBay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. He's getting
eBay.
it from eBay.
Bro, Smiley got an ad on eBay for mixes. Contact me for mixes. 1 hour turnaround time.
Yeah, I mean, no, but that's good though. The fact that he's making money out of like just pre-mixes for surprise dances or whatever. That's
Yeah.
good.
And you see you're saving their DJs from having to make these mixes for free.
Or playing them from the phone.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. Wait, you said you did one USB, so what did you do? You like mailed it, you like put it on USB and like mailed it to them, or like that was a local one? Because I figure you just email it to them. He said turn another one on USB. So while he types the answer.
Even if
Yeah. Even if you're not, bro, that's the thing. I'm
hey,
so I'm making a mix. Right now I'm working on a mix for a college dance team. They're like an Indian dance team. So they're from my college that I went to. So I'm doing it for them for I told them like just $100 flat fee. But they want me to like make a remix and stuff. So honestly, I've met with them twice, like hour long. No, the meetings are like half an hour long, and I've been like working on it. So I probably put like 8 hours of time already into this mix. So and then they still want more revisions now. So I'm like $100. Like, hey, bro, my margins are dropping down way too fast on this. I'll spend 8 hours on this mix already. So I gotta figure out the pricing strategy for this thing.
so yeah, Smiley. I know you mentioned this before, but how do you exactly do the pricing for mixes? Because like you said, $100 for a mix, but you have to like stipulate how many revisions are you gonna get. Like one revision costs $100.
Yeah, I think you gotta do that somehow.
Yeah, you have to let them know before, because or else this is gonna happen to you. You're gonna spend hours and hours and hours and like do more than what you think you're gonna do for just $100. It's not worth the
Yeah.
time and the all the time that you're putting into it, which it's just gonna suck at the end of the day.
The one for Las Vegas, I emailed for local. I give them a USB. They pick it up. Oh, so he's doing the USB. Make sure you tell him don't put it on your cell phone. Give it to the DJ via USB or email it to the DJ.
I mean, yeah, that's good though. That's
Yeah,
good.
that's good. But yeah, we got to know how you did the pricing because then another thing, right? So you say number of changes. So is that like they can say one change and then one email with three changes in it, or is it change change this to this. That's one. Change this to this two. Or is it just 3 rounds? You know what I mean? Like, all right, these are all the changes for this round, and then you make those, and then one more round. These are how many changes for this next round.
the
Because
the
even
way
that could be a lot too, though.
the way I see it, it will be like, let's say you send them, hey, here's the mix, how you like it. They'll tell you, oh yeah, okay, thank you. So can you change we actually needed this song needed to be a little longer to this time. Okay, so you do that. That's one revision already. And then you send it again, and then once you send it again, and they tell you, oh, can you cut this and do this and do this? That's the second revision. But you have to have a max, like one revision, like $100 for like the mix, and you get one revision, and then after any more revisions, like $50 more.
Hmm.
So if it's your fault that is wrong, then obviously you have to fix. But
Yeah.
let's say if they say, okay, I want this song to be from 030 to 150,
Right.
and
And
then
then
you do the mix 040 to 150, but then they tell you, oh, we actually need it to be into like 155.
right, right.
And that's one revision. You're changing it already because of
Yeah.
them, not because of you. Now, had they said, hey, we said 150, but this one is actually into like 149 or 148, and that's your fault, not theirs. So that wouldn't count
Yeah,
as a
that
revision.
doesn't count.
That's just,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
so it's every time they need to fix
So
something because they told
change
you wrong.
change from what they had like put in there.
Yes, change from the original.
Yeah, yeah, that makes sense.
That's a revision.
Yeah, Smiley says he does 150, 30 minutes. Damn, bro, that's sick. I've only had one revision, other than that, none, and then charged $4 for special requests. And then special requests, they wanted him to cut vocals on a part of the song and add the daughter's voice to it. I used Serato stems, came in clutch. That's sick. So do you make them? Do you like make them on like Logic or like some program, or do you just like mix it all live and then just like have record you mixing it live? Because what I did, I've been using Logic Pro. I got it with my Mac, which is basically like GarageBand, but I don't know. It's like I don't
Uh-huh.
even know all the features yet. But this mix that I'm working on was like it was start stop kind of stuff. But then for one of the songs, they wanted me to like create a mashup, like
Okay.
a new mashup. So then I was having trouble because I wanted to use stems, but the stems, like I had to record. Basically, I had to record them, the stems versions. Like I have
Mhm.
this app that records, or Serato, you can record stuff, right?
Yeah.
So I'll record the song with the stem, like vocal. I'll record the instrumental separately, and then I'll do that for both songs. I had 4 separate tracks, so I had to record it, and then I put them in the program, and then like mixed it up. But that took a long time too. It takes a lot more work than just like 0 to 50, and then this that.
Yeah.
So
So
that one took me like that. That ended up taking me like 4 hours to make that mix.
So, for example, in that sense, just by listening to what you're telling me, if I was a DJ, you were my client, and you tell me you need me to do that, I'm not charging you $100. That's way
Yeah,
too much. That's way too much work. You get 100, or like Smiley, $150. It's because you want from this time to this time, the next
yeah,
song from this time
basic
to this time, and this time this time.
fade
You
in,
know,
fade out stuff.
simple, simple. But if you're throwing out like freaking mashups, or like stems or things like that, I just want the vocal from this song, and then I just want the beat from this song, and now you got to put more time into it.
I
So
use
it's
in
not
the
150.
$500 range.
It's no longer 150. That's crazy.
I use the free Mixpad software.
Just add sound effects to make
Oh,
mix.
what the heck? Let me look this up. Hold on, let's look this up because I don't ever. Have you heard of Mixpad before?
No, I use Audacity.
Oh, that's the old
Yeah,
school
that's one.
stuff.
That's the one I use, and
Let me
it's
see.
I mean, it's easy, bro. Audacity is so easy to use.
So
I like.
Smiley
I
always
like
has the latest innovations in DJing. He's
mix
always out here he's doing things nobody's ever done before. All right,
mix.
let's see here. Mixpad multi-track. Is it this one? Oh, that looks right. Mix
Okay,
unlimited tracks. Oh, craft your beats.
you can make your own beats.
You can add effects. Oh shit.
See what he says here. I used to use Audacity, but I like Mixpad better. So Smiley, just because I don't want to read it, but can you tell me what's better from Mixpad than Audacity? Like, what do you like better? Why do you like it better? I'm interested.
Langer beat, dude. You can add beats. Oh, that's interesting.
Okay, you
Like
can.
Logic Pro and stuff, you can, but it's also like all complicated as hell. Like,
Is
this
this
is
is this mixed bag like dummy proof? Is it like
But
like
dude, Smiley's used to using Sound Switch though, so he's good at this kind of this stuff. He was
yeah? Well,
talking about Sound Switch before when we were Team Wolf Mix. Remember, we were like Wolf Mix, and he's saying Sound Switch.
yeah. Now I'm Team Sandwich.
Now you're Sound Switch. No, that'd
Yeah,
be cool if you could add like bass. Like, let's say you could add like a bass like kick to like a song or something, and make it like, because some songs, they don't have like a good like bass, but you got like doof 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 doof.
that I don't think Audacity can do that. So
Yeah,
that's a plus.
maybe
Seems
this could do that.
seems to me more user friendly. I guess because I stopped using Audacity a long time ago.
It's interesting.
You know what? I might download it just to check it
Yeah,
out.
try it out.
Yeah, that's it. I'm gonna download it on my work computer.
Because I just use Logic Pro, but that same thing like GarageBand. It's like,
Is that
when you
free?
could, no, I like came as a bundle with my computer.
Oh, okay.
Like, how GarageBand on your you comes for free on your Mac.
Yeah,
That
I
one,
don't,
it's
I
basically
don't
like
use it. I don't know how to use GarageBand. I don't understand it. I
no,
think Audacity is much easier.
yeah, this one it's pretty easy. I've been using it, but like I can do the basic stuff. I don't know how to like take out vocals and do all that stuff
Mhm.
without playing it on Serato first.
Yeah, yeah.
I do Getaway. I'm like I record it on Serato, just instrumental, and then I use that.
So sometimes, at least for me, sometimes when I do mixes, uh, if it's just like this song from this time, this time, this song from this time, I just grab the songs from like I download the songs and I just drag it into Audacity and just cut them there.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
when I actually have to do like a mix, then I just jump into my T7 and I do it live.
Mhm.
I record it.
You
Then
record it. Yeah.
once I record it, I put in Audacity just to make sure that the volumes are like
Mm,
correct. And
yeah.
then if I messed anything, because I got like a revision type of thing. If I messed anything, I can cut, or I can filter out,
You don't
fade
have to
in.
re-record the whole thing.
Yeah, I don't have to re-record the whole thing. I just fix it in
Yeah,
Audacity.
yeah.
So that's
No, Smiley says he got the sound effects from YouTube. Yeah, that's the same thing that I do for Logic.
I mean, yeah, that's what I do for Audacity.
Yeah.
All the sound effects are from YouTube.
That's sick, dude. If you're able to charge 150 for
A simple
that
mix.
just like simple mixing, then that's sick.
Yeah, that's really good. The vocals I use Serato for stuff like that and just
Oh,
drag it
same
in.
thing.
I'm trying not to work hard, but simpler and quicker. Exactly. Yeah, that's the same way I will do it if I have to do like some. But Mixpad can do that. That you can take vocals, right? We saw that.
I guess it's
Oh,
faster. So you're saying you do the same thing where you just like record the vocals on Serato, like playing from your Serato, and then you just drag that file into Mixpad.
but if Mixpad already has the thing that you can isolate vocals and instrumentals, why not do it all directly
I
in
don't know
Mixpad?
actually, because look, he said this is what he said. He said you can cut the music, so he probably just means like cut it, like like same thing, like cut it at 50 seconds, cut it at this
Yeah.
seconds, whatever. Not like separate them, but we'll see.
Can you Smiley in Mixpad? Can you isolate vocals?
Yeah, he said he hasn't tried it on Mixpad.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, my biggest problem though, so I've had is when I record the vocals only on Serato and I try to use it in the program, then if I need to change the tempo of it, like the BPM, like sometimes if I need to make it faster or slower, the BPMs are all off. I have to re-record it and increase the tempo in my
Yes.
Serato and
Yeah.
then use it because I can't, for some reason, for the vocals it doesn't like detect the beat the same way as it does with just the instrument, like when there's like a drum or something.
Yeah. So in that sense, at least for me, in my take, the easiest way to do that is to do it live on and record it out of Serato. That's the easiest way and fastest way to do, and then transfer
That
to
makes
whatever
sense.
software you use, and like equalize and do the
Yeah,
EQ.
actually, that's a good idea because now the specific mix I'm working on, these kids now, I made a mashup, like a mashup, like I liked it, but now
Uh-huh.
I made it on the program. But now they got back to me like, oh, we wanted to meet with you, we wanted to change something in the mashup. I'm like, oh shit, now I gotta change the whole thing. But if it's easier, I'll just record it, do it live, and then just do it like that because it's harder actually to try to make it on the program, like to mash it up rather than like
Yeah,
just
yeah,
hitting a hot cue or whatever, and then you can also live adjust the tempos when you're doing it on your controller
yes.
versus on this, if the tempos are off, you got to like realign everything, and like it's hard to line everything up exactly when you're trying to make a mashup on there. Oh, Smiley says he's on Facebook groups and they ask about quinceañera mixes and he always posts a flyer. Bro, you should try get on this one of these Facebook groups. But I have pretty boy
It's not like-
mixing.
what, yeah, man. What Facebook group are you on that they be asking
Don't
for?
tell. Diego's about to join and put his
I'm
own
about,
flyer.
I'm about to go in there and charge $151.
No, you got to charge 149.99.
Oh yeah, well, yeah, 149.99. Unlimited revisions.
Then Smiley's gonna post a link to this podcast and be like, "Look, this I started this. This guy's hijacking my niche." He says
Yes.
anything quinceañera or weddings. That's
That'd be,
cool.
that'd be interesting. Like, what's funny? Like, people pay for like mixes when literally they can do it themselves. Just
Yeah,
download Audacity, and I mean, obviously, simple. Uh, Keep it simple. Anyone can
yeah,
do it. It's crazy.
bro. But
But like,
I'm gonna
if I
share
do,
with
like
you guys something.
mashups or stems and things like that, yeah, you need someone that has the knowledge, like Smiley. You need someone that
This
has
this is what I was talking about this before, but literally, look, this website, right? Fiverr.
fiber. Yeah.
You can just try mix for wedding dance and look at these guys, dude. $10, $35, $25. Like first dance wedding mashup, couples entrance music. These guys are doing it for so cheap online.
Uh,
I
Smiley's
will
not.
cut, I will cut your dance 5 stars, 4.9, 5 stars. So like even hopefully the Facebook groups don't find out about this. But even if I was thinking about, hey, if I'm super like if I'm sick of making a mix or something, I don't want to make a mix. I just pay one of these guys $10 and then make the mix, send me the mix, and I send it to the client. Like, hey, I made this for you.
But $10. Why does that? If you click on one of them, it's gonna tell you specifically like what's the service.
Yeah,
Because
let's see.
sometimes they send you as is, and then you
Yeah,
can't revise or anything
let's
like
see this
that.
guy, right? He's $20. He has good reviews. 3 songs up to 5 minutes.
3 songs up to 5 minutes.
Yeah.
See, so he's only doing, of course, 10 minutes. I mean, $10 for 5 minutes, and it's 3 songs. So that basically means
Oh,
the
5 minutes. 5 minutes meaning 5 minute long song.
exactly. So that means keep it simple. He's not
Yeah,
gonna
yeah,
spend a lot of time on it.
yeah. Not a long one.
Yeah.
And then
So
let's see, standard $30, 5 songs up to 10 minutes.
wait, which one? It doesn't show here.
Oh, it didn't. Hold on. Oh, what? Oh shit. Hold up. Let me go back. Where's that guy? All right, this guy. So he has different packages, right? This is basic. 3 songs up to 5 minutes. 5 songs up to 10 minutes. $30.
Nah, see, it's going up now.
10 songs, 15 minutes. But let's see, how long is like
10
a surprise
songs.
dance?
No, surprise dance is usually like 3 or 4, 5 songs max, but they're very short.
Yeah, so 5 songs. If there are 5 songs, then it's gonna be $30 for this guy.
Honestly, no guest is trying to sit down there for 15 minutes looking at like a whole bunch of little kids dance for 15 minutes. Now, you're mixing like 7, 8 minutes max.
Yeah.
I don't know, Smiley, you do this a lot. Have you ever done a quinceañera mix that takes long, like a 15-minute mix? I doubt it.
Oh, yo, this guy will mash up a song for $35.
I'll mash up a song for $30. a coordinator, really cool way. She puts me on quinceañera mixes all the time. Oh, okay. Oh, another thing. Oh, Smiley, when you do the mixes, do you put your drop on it or no?
This is DJ Smiley production.
Because I seen a lot of DJs that when they do their mix, like they do the mix for the quinceañeras, they have their DJ name either in between or in the beginning or at the end, and I think that's stupid. You
Damn.
should you should not have you shouldn't have to advertise yourself.
At. Yeah, I don't do it in those mixes. What I did actually for this one is I told him in the rough draft,
Hmm.
in my rough draft, I put my drops all throughout the mix because I was like I put it there because I'm like in the final one, then I'll remove it
Ah, that's smart.
so that they can't just like take my mix and just like run away with it because they haven't paid me until
Oh,
I told him I'll pay me. I was thinking about how to do it, but so for this one I said pay me like once you're happy, once you got the mix, you're happy with it, then pay me. But then at the
mhm.
same time, I put drops all out the rough draft ones, so you can't just use that one.
I mean, they can go to Audacity and cut that off.
No, but if you put the drop in the middle, like in the middle of the song, not like not in a silent part.
Oh, well, during while they're singing. Oh, okay. I got you. I got you.
All right, hold on, let's
Well,
see
you
what's
savage.
said. Now most mixes 7 minutes average. Oh yeah,
Exactly.
hour long. Yeah, hour long mix. No drops. I don't use drops while mixing. Yeah, I don't use drops while mixing. No, but let me talk about this real quick because I had somebody reach out to me recently. It was someone I knew, but they said, "Can you make a? We want to do a dance floor mix." I'm like, "All right, like I have like a 15-minute one. I could just like give it to you if you need it." He's like, "No, 2 hours." I was like, "Bro, you need a DJ. Like you can't just no pre-made mix. Or a loca is probably different." But this is just like the whole dance floor they wanted pre-made because they couldn't afford a DJ. I'm like,
Mhm.
yo, like you can't. It's not gonna be fun. You can't have a 2 hour long pre-made mix because you have no idea. Like one that you have no idea like what's working. Like 2 hours long is too long, and you need to go into some 2 hours long. You can't just play bangers for 2 hours either. Like you have no idea. I'm like, if you guys need a 2 hour long dance set, like you just need to hire a DJ. Like there's no way around it.
Or a band, something.
Or a band, yeah, but like they can't afford a DJ. How are they gonna afford a band, bro?
So
Like
you know,
I can't. I'm not even gonna try to make that.
in Hora Loca, it's I don't want to say it's easier because it's not easier. It's just the fact that in Hora Loca you can throw anything. As long as it's upbeat, fast tempo, you can throw anything,
What
and
if
it
do
will,
do, do clients care? Like, let's say you already played the song, some of the songs in the Ora Loca, because they probably play like popular songs. So you already played them earlier in the night, and then they come again in the Ora Loca, like pre-made mix.
I don't play. I don't play. So I don't replay songs.
No,
That's
but like, what if
that's
it's
a
a pre-made mix like that?
well, like what do you mean? Oh wait, a
Like
pre.
you always do. Do you it's like Smiley said, right? Like someone wanted to make an hour long Ora Loca mix.
Uh huh.
So like, let's say they're like, okay, now it's you were DJing, and then they're like, all right, play this mix now for an hour.
Play the mix that they already made.
Yeah, because isn't it like the people that do the Ora Loca, they sometimes bring their own mix.
It's very rare
Oh,
that
it's rare.
they usually come and they tell you, hey, just start with this song, and then from there just do you
Okay,
what
so
you
it's,
think,
it's not
whatever.
normal to have a mix for the
They
Ora
should
Loca.
though, and that's the thing that I brought up what like a couple weeks ago when I said they should have their own music
Yeah, right, right.
because they know what to vibe into. They know how to get themselves, into the mood.
Yeah.
So I don't know why they think that giving us the task of making the Oda Loca mix live, literally, because we're doing it live. So I
No, the
don't.
problem that's the thing though. The problem is if you have a mix though, the mix could have songs that you already played. Like if they come with their own mix, it's like, all right, these are songs we already played.
So okay, so yes, in that sense, well, if they come with their own mix, then yeah, I don't know what's in it. So,
Yeah.
but if I am doing the Hora Loca and I know that I'm doing the Hora Loca, I
Yeah,
stay away from
yeah.
the songs that I know I'm gonna play
Right,
at the
right,
auto.
right. Yeah, of course, of
So
course.
now another thing is my mentality could change when I get to the event. So if, let's say, like right now, I know like this Saturday I'm gonna I have a gig, and they want an Hora Loca in my head because they are, let's just say, they're Peruvians. I already know what Hora Loca works with them, right? So when I go there with the mentality of that my Hora Loca is gonna be this 50 to 60 songs, all right. And but I don't have any specific like order that I'm gonna play 'em. I'm just gonna play it as I see it fit, but from this Hora Loca like folder that I have that is basically for Peruvians.
Mm,
But let's say that I get there to the event and I see and notice that there's a lot of Central Americans, not so much Peruvians, even though the party is like the Peruvian is the client is Peruvian. So now my mentality changes on the spot. I'm not gonna play that music because they're not gonna know it. So now I have to be more like more into like, play around with both content countries. Like
yeah,
let's say like the Central American countries and South American countries.
yeah.
So
So that's
it could
hard.
it could change. So
So you kind of use the same Ora Loca pre-made
no,
mix for every party.
there are songs that are known worldwide, and it's fine. But there's definitely like some the Peruvian songs that I guarantee you no Central American knows. But
Mm,
in Peru it's like lit. Like
yeah.
everybody's like dancing and stuff. And
Or
by
you gotta hire the Ora Loca company that's from the country that you want the music from.
yeah, so usually that's what they do. Usually they hire, usually it's like Peruvian ones are the ones that like Brazil, Peru as the ones that like made it popular, and
Mm,
then it transitioned to like Central America. Now it's everywhere. Like everywhere they have an Hora Loca, and it's really fun to play. It's like literally because it gives you the chance to play a lot of songs in different BPMs.
mm,
Like you don't even have to mix at times. Like I mix most of the time, but there's times like if you want to change, let's say from like if you're playing a lambada and then you go into like a negroide, which is a Peruvian type of dance, it's slower, but it's fine because it's an hora loca. You dance everything,
mm.
like anything and everything, and then you have to dance whether you like it or not. You're dancing, so it's fun, but you need to be like prepared with the songs that you gotta go play. You know what I'm saying? Like it's
Or
not
you could
something.
do what Smiley does. You could get one off of YouTube and then take the DJ drop off with Mixpad.
But
Or you can stem
I haven't
if the DJ put the drop on the vocals, you use your Serato stems on that part when the drop comes in. Just play the instrumental only.
It's by Chucho Mix.
I don't know who that is.
I don't
Chucho.
know. I don't know who that is, but Chucho means dog in
Oh,
Central America. So
he's a dog.
dog. He's a dog. It's a dog mix.
He a
But
dog.
yeah, that's
Mm,
that's crazy though. That's crazy. So yeah, another thing. Let's say that you pull up a mix right from YouTube or whatever. You really like it, and you want to use it for like cocktail hour, or you use it for like the 30 minutes before ceremony starts. Do you when you rip it from YouTube and it has a DJ drop, do you leave the DJ drop or you take it out? I leave it because it's not my work. If I'm ripping it, at least give him the credit. I don't take. I have
Well,
like
I would say I would
like
say if a pre-ceremony mix had a DJ drop in there, I probably wouldn't play it. Like everybody's sitting there waiting for the ceremony to start, and it's like, "This is DJ blah blah blah." Ceremony. Well, I'll say
nobody's there.
when I use mixes, oh, like that when nobody's there. Yeah, but when I use mixes, like sometimes I'll make like let's say some DJ made a mashup or something,
Hmm.
like a sick mashup, and then it has like sometimes it'll have like their name, like I'll leave it for that. Like if I'm playing it during the dance floor, like I'll leave it for like if I'm playing a mashup because like yeah, this guy made this mashup, and there's
Yeah.
some mashups out there, right? Especially TikTok and stuff that are super popular. People have heard them before, So I'm not gonna like pretend like this is my mashup. Like if it's just like, like sometimes right before like the drop or something, there'll be like the DJ's like name will come through. I'll keep it like that.
Okay. Well, for me, like, well, I mean, pre-ceremony, I was just asking that question because I feel like if you take a mix from someone, the least you can do is give, like, give them the credit. So when I first started, I for dinner I didn't know what to play, so I downloaded like a couple of mixes that had the DJ drops. So I just
Mhm.
left it there. So when for dinner, I'll just play the whole mix, and then I left it there because like even though I'm not doing it's not right to do it that way. To download rip music from YouTube, but when you're starting, you just do whatever you can to
Yeah.
get out there. So
Yeah, I think it
mix.
also depends. I think it also depends of what their drop is like. Like if their drop is super obnoxious and like it's like "Meow, meow, 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 meow," like super loud, like then maybe I wouldn't play that mix. But if the drop is like subtle and like it wouldn't like make everybody like what the hell was
Like
that?
you're
Then
out in the mix with DJ, blah blah.
yeah, then I would keep that. Like those subtle mixes, those subtle drops, I keep those. But not like some drops are like it's like you're now in the mix with blah 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 like super loud. Like I won't
Yeah,
do those ones.
yeah,
But if it's
yeah.
like if it's chill, I'll keep it if it's chill because I'm like I don't want it to be like everyone's like oh what the heck like if it's super contrast from the rest of the music.
Oh
So I
look,
think it's
so,
always
so Smiley said that no drops. So he doesn't put drops on his mixes.
yeah it's pre-made mixes
That he
yeah.
sends that he sends to the clients, so they can use it and run off. He doesn't
Oh
even use
yeah
it
no but
one
he probably gets the payment beforehand.
probably. Definitely, it's part of their show, but we have to be ready for it. I got one from you to take over the DJ drop. Oh yeah, he said that baby chulo pre-ceremony. I don't mix for dinner or pre-ceremony.
That's the
I,
other thing. You just play. I just usually have like a playlist, and I'll just play that from Serato and let that like autoplay.
so for me, if it's a Hispanic wedding, I already made a dinner mix, an upbeat mix for
Mhm.
dinner. So I play that. But if it's like an American mix with Hispanic, then I'll mix. Yeah, I mix live.
Yeah, mix live, or at least have a playlist, and you can switch the songs. Or that's why I do autoplay sometimes.
Yeah, no, I don't do autoplay. I actually mix live, but not because like I wanna get anything out of it. It's just that I don't know. I just like it's two different crowds, two different environments. American and Hispanic, and you want to cater to both. But it very depends on like where they from. That the music needs to be
Yeah,
concordance with the crowd. So
what they want. Yeah,
yeah, but pre-ceremony, I have a couple of playlists on my phone from because I use Apple Music and I use Amazon Music. Both I have both, so I already have like quartet songs or instrumentals, I guess, quartet
yeah,
music, and then I have pre-ceremony songs that are like love songs or whatever. So I do
yeah,
want to talk to the clients. I like, so what type of environment or are you looking for on your pre-ceremony? And then I give them options, and they're like, oh yeah, we want that one. And
yeah,
then like
yeah,
for dinner, if they want, let's say like just like upbeat dinner type of music, then I do have a playlist that is just upbeat music, which I won't mix. I'll just on Apple Music you have it to like transition, like
yeah, yeah, yeah. That's a good 10
type
seconds. Whatever.
transition. So I do that. Um, but there are times depends on the event, and depends on like the vibe that I'm getting from the people before dinner. If it's
Yeah,
like a really cool and upbeat or like fun crowd, I will DJ. I'll mix live during
mhm,
the. If not, I'll just play one or play a playlist I already have.
yeah. That makes
So
sense.
that's
All right,
how it
man.
is.
I gotta go. I gotta. It's my dinner time now, as always.
All right, guys. Well, thank you once again. Thank you, Smiley, for
Smiley
showing
holding
love.
it down.
Yes, sir. Thank you for showing
Had a
love.
good discussion about making mixes.
Yeah, and we're possibly. I'm trying to get one of the wedding coordinators that, well, event planners that I have worked with. I'm trying to get them in here. So if I'm able to, we'll probably have the show next week. Might not be Thursday though. Might be a Wednesday or Tuesday. We don't know yet, but whatever works best for her and for us, then we'll get that going. And hopefully, if you guys have any questions that you want to ask the wedding planner or the planner itself, put them on the comments down below, and we'll make sure to take note and we'll ask. And tune in next week because we will be hopefully with a event planner, and you can ask the questions directly. So, with that being said,
Anything you want.
all right, you guys
All
have
right,
a good
man.
night. We'll see you in the next one.
Smiley, see
Peace.
you next time.